Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
It is, as you probably know, Monday. All of our guests today, including Craig Button, standing by, sponsored by Basant Motors. This spring, take a break from payments with a new-to-you vehicle. Learn more at basantmotors.com. We did have some technical difficulties in our previous segment. Yeah. We've worked them out. We apologize. Canucks practice going on right now. At one point, look, we're just talking about practice habits. Bruce Boudreau, this is according to Jeff Patterson, our friend on Twitter, saying that Bruce Boudreau stopped one forecheck drill and told the team to take it more seriously.
Yeah,
he got upset.
That's it.
You've got some other news.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, Besser's not ready yet. I don't see him playing tomorrow. He's not there. He's not there. So and Pearson he's not there as well. So they're banged up front. That's 3 top 9 forwards, Donnie. They're out, and they're going to have to win some of these big games without him. But don't complain if you're Vegas. Look at their lineup.
Yeah, and the Canucks have done well with the absences in their line.
Absolutely.
With dealing with the injury problems. Canucks in Vegas tomorrow, joined now by TSN Scouting Director Craig Button. Craig, thanks for doing this. How are you, sir?
I am really good, Donnie. How are you today?
Very well, very well. Auston Matthews, is he your Hart Trophy front runner?
Yes, I would say right now he's put himself at the front of the line. He's not. It's not automatic, but I mean, the last 60 goal scorer was 10 seasons ago by Steven Stamkos. And, you know, you score 51 goals in 50 games, you're on that type of a heater. And I mean, he excels. And I think his value to the Toronto Maple Leafs is very obvious. And certainly when you look at voting for the most valuable player in the National Hockey League, I mean, right now he's in the pole position, shall we say?
Yeah, and I know we take our shots at the Leafs and Toronto on the show, but I would agree with you. How would you stop Auston Matthews? Because he seems unstoppable right now.
Yeah. Well, that's always you know. I don't think you stop Auston Matthews. I think what you try to do is limit him, because you know if you start getting focused in on trying to stop somebody of Auston Matthews' abilities, I think that. What you end up doing is you create the potential for greater angst on your players. What I would try to do with Auston Matthews is make sure that he can't come into the play late. I would take away. I would want him to have the puck carrying it into the zone. I mean, he can carry the puck into the zone and he can be threatening carrying the puck into the zone. But when he comes in and he sizes up the play and he moves in behind opponents and moves into open ice, you know, once you catch up to him, there's no better example for me than this first goal on Saturday versus Montreal. He's moving all the way up the ice, Nick Suzuki's a pretty good defensive player, pretty aware. All of a sudden, puck squirts there. Auston Matthews has it, and there it is. It's in the net. And that's how I would play Auston Matthews. I would want him to have the puck on the defensive side. Make sure you take away the opportunity for his wingers to get the puck. Ideally, you want Michael Bunting to have the puck, not Mitch Marner. But I would make sure that Auston Matthews is the guy with the puck. Make him carry the puck. Because when he's not carrying it and he receives the puck, it's inevitably too late to be able to mark him.
Craig, Sidney Crosby, 1,400 points, and he gets the 1,400th in overtime. I mean, just another incredible feat by this amazing player.
Yeah, you know, Rick, I mean, I sit here and I honestly go back and you think about him entering the league. You know, his play, his competitive fire hasn't dropped one bit from the moment he came into this league till right now. You know, he had that little stretch where he was dealing with some injuries, but he's been a dominant player from the day he entered this league. And you come into the league with all the notoriety of Sidney Crosby, and deservedly so. But we sit here now from the beginning of his career in 2005 to 2022. It'll be 17 seasons coming up here in October. There's been nothing short of brilliant. And I have him in my top 5 players all time in the NHL. All time. And I mean, Howe, Orr, Gretzky, Lemieux. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can get in there. You know, maybe you can make a case he should be in the top 4. Those 4 I named are pretty tough, in my view, to unseat because of what they did. But I have him clearly in the 5th position, and he shows no signs of his play falling off in any way, in any form.
Craig, a couple of young kids in Vancouver, Podkolzin and Lockwood. Last week and a half, been really good. What I like is they're in a pressure-packed situation. Playoffs, they got to win every game, and these guys are bringing it to the table. Especially Lockwood. He's leading the team for forwards every night in hits. He's fast. He's that energy guy. Are you surprised he's doing it so well as he is this quickly?
That's his DNA. I mean, Vasily and Will, I mean, their DNA is they're going to, I've used this analogy before, guys. I said, when you think about breakfast, the chicken got involved in the breakfast. All it had to do was lay an egg, right? Yeah. The pig has to sacrifice to be in the breakfast because it dies, right? If you want bacon or ham, right? Will Lockwood and Vasily Podkolzin, they invest. They don't get involved in the game. They invest in the game. Yeah. And that's what they do. From the first time I saw those kids play at 16 years of age, that's what they were about. It was going to take Will a little bit longer because of the physical maturation that he needed to undertake to be able to play the way he wanted to play. But the way he plays is exactly how he played when he was 16, how he played at Michigan. And that's the way he plays. There's no question. I really believe, Donnie and Rick, that a big factor in trading Tyler Mott was knowing that maybe knowing is the wrong word, but feeling the confidence they had in Will Lockwood. Yeah, I think that had a big play in trading Tyler Mott and the entry-level contract. But those 2 players, they're not in it. They're in it to win it. They're not interested in saying, oh, yeah, we had a good game. Oh, yeah, let's get on to tomorrow. We'll be better. They want to win. They want to win every shift, every period, every game. Those are the types of guys you want in your lineup. I want them on my team.
Craig, you mentioned Michigan there. Kent Johnson, 37 points in 32 games for the Wolverines. He signs his entry-level deal with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's from Port Moody. He's from around these parts. What have the Blue Jackets got in Kent Johnson?
What I would say is, I think he's got a lot of the similarities that Trevor Zegras has in his game. Great imagination, great creativity, great confidence. I'll tell you what, the next play that Kent Johnson thinks he can't make will be the first one. And secondly, because his skill level is so high, he makes them. And he's not hesitant to try things. I know Mel Pearson told me this story that in his first year at Michigan, they were having, practices, and he was out there and he was trying some moves. And he said he got knocked down a few times. He said, but he didn't waver in terms of what he was trying to do. And the other, and I say great thing about Kent Johnson, is that they learn, and they learn quickly. And Mel said that he goes, you know what? He learned what he could do and what he couldn't do. And, yeah, he might have got knocked down once, twice, even 3 times, but it wasn't getting knocked down the same way each of those times. He learned, okay, I can't do that here. I can't do that there. Listen, I think he's a magical player, and I think the Columbus Blue Jackets have an elite player in Kent Johnson. And like I said, we watched Trevor Zegras. Trevor Zegras is just a top-notch young player in the National Hockey League. I think Kent Johnson will be the same.
What a comparison. Craig, one more. I watched the end of the Oilers and Avalanche on Saturday night. Just fabulous entertainment. Darcy Kuemper was the best player on the ice. 49 saves. His first year with the Avs. Can you envision him backstopping a long playoff run for Colorado?
I do. I think it was an excellent move, their acquisition in acquiring him. Listen, it doesn't come without a cost. I mean, the cost was significant. But if your goal is set on competing for the Stanley Cup, you're going to have to pay a price to solidify your team and improve your team. There's no question, Donnie, in my mind, that Darcy Kuemper's a real top-notch goalie and more than capable of being a backstopper on a Stanley Cup winning team. He did it last year at the World Championships. He's been in a situation in Arizona where the team wasn't very good, yet he was very good. And I think now on a team that is as good as the Colorado Avalanche, zero questions. And I'll be clear here. I never felt that way about Philip Grubauer.
Yeah.
Craig, thanks for this. Appreciate it. And thanks for the ham-egg comparison when it comes to hockey players.
Either you involve or you invest. Podkolzin and Lockwood are invested.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it. All the best. Talk to you next week.